What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike, and today, my friends, we're talking about an intangible that people ask me about in the comments. You ask me on Twitch when and what to look for when including the knock-on in your gameplay, and I've got a few different examples. I think you guys will appreciate the content. If so, drop a thumbs up, get in the comments, what do you want to see next? I've got a couple advanced skill move tutorials I've been working on, so if that's something that interests you, tell me. Let me know what it is, and if there's any examples I missed in terms of knock-ons, well, feedback is always appreciated. Before we get into the clip analysis, if you need to get your custom snapback game right, roll clip!
Catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
So what is the knock-on and how do you execute this intangible or this skill? Whether you're on the Xbox or you're on the PlayStation, you're flicking that right analog stick in the direction that you're already running, or when you're receiving a pass, you're able to flick the right analog stick at that first touch control. I'm going to show you both types of examples, and I actually want to start out with attacking the space here in this freeze frame, and it deals with using the first time knock-on, where you're just getting a boosted first touch. You're going to be into your full sprint immediately, and when you have that much space to work with, it's what you're looking for if you want consistency with your knock-on, and then maximizing the spacing. As you see, another freeze frame. Why am I going to use another knock-on? Because I want to separate myself from that defender as much as possible. And the goalkeeper comes out, and that's just, ooh, filthy, disgusting. I appreciate you, Mr. Rude Hullet. And with the knock-on, it's important to understand the matchups, and that's kind of what the second freeze frame's about, the recovery man. So the first guy's already beat. He's going to be behind me. If I'm faster than him, if my guy's got less fatigue issues, I got him. Now the second dude, he's got an angle, but I'm a little bit faster than him. So I know that, I'm aware, and I can use that knock-on into space, and it turns out being just a beautiful play of build-up. A lot of people touch the ball, and the finish, Griezmann, hotline blinging. Welcome to FUT Champions. You've got to be able to utilize a bunch of different little intangibles and skills if you want consistency and if you're playing FUT Champs. And I want to show you a full play here, no freeze frames, just an idea of what I'm kind of setting up, the extra passes that are being made, the good finish, just so it's no freeze frames. Every once in a while, somebody in the comments will say, yo, Mike, there's too many freeze frames going on. I want to see some full examples. So I try to include those in more of my tutorials going forward, where you have the freeze frame still, and then you also are able to get a little bit of a different package deal with the full speed, the full play, no stoppages. And now we're looking at direct play, still using the knock-on. You see those two defenders. These are the guys that are going to possibly tackle me. And if you've watched my content, you guys know I'm about that end-line sweat life. We use the knock-on, getting that full speed potential, and we're attacking. And this works so well versus people that contain. A lot of people ask me, yo, Mike, how do I beat someone who's containing or not defending on their own against the AI? If you've got space, attack it. Make him have to do something with that defender, has to make a tackle. Being direct will often benefit you. You're going to see me go right into space, and if he doesn't switch players, then you can attack that front man. If he does there, it didn't quite work out, but the play is still all good, bread and butter. Georgie Best, body feint. Oh, I appreciate you, Mr. Georgie Best. I've actually been debating, and if you guys could let me know in the comments, would you rather have Team of the Year Messi or George Best? Put that in the comments down below. I know Messi looks better statistically, but I've got a thing for Best. I was talking to Tass earlier on Twitter. He's with George Best, and I just wanted to know what you guys thought at home. If you've used both players, we've seen so much Team of the Year Messi in FUT Champs. In these last examples, I want to show you guys kind of like the baited aggression, anticipation. So I've done two knock-ons here. My opponent has decided if he gives a third knock-on, that's a problem, because I know that he's thinking there might be myself attacking that line, then I'm going to use a skill move, and it just kills him. He's out of the play. Coleman on the counter, the one-man counter attack. I almost mess it up throwing kind of a half knock on there, but it works out. We get the header, a little back neck action, and it's 1-0 off a corner kick. And again, full speed, no freeze frames, just so you can see what exactly I'm setting up. So we use one knock-on, two knock-ons, and I felt that he might actually catch me there if I was going to do a third, because Coleman's not that strong. And because I understand that, time for a skill move, and we're going to attack once again. I just think it's a great example because it includes so many knock-ons and just utilizing the space really well. And the last example that I want to talk about is anticipation. Now, you can't get away with this often, but every once in a while. So I can tell that defender is trying to play the passing lane and defend against the guys running with the ball. And because of that, I use a knock on and he just gets boosted on. He gets blasted. He is out of the play so quickly. And it is a little bit risky because, of course, if you read it wrong, then you're just giving up possession. But in this case, I felt as if I had a good read on my opposition. And I just wanted to show you, if you're seeing the game well, that's when you're starting to use the skills and the intangibles to their maximum capability. As always, if you enjoyed it, make sure to drop a thumbs up. I'm happy to have you guys if you're brand new. And I'll have a lot more coming for you ASAP. And remember, what do you want to see next in terms of some of the tips and tutorials? Got a lot of content kind of building up in terms of clips that I need to review and make sure they make sense for the tutorial that I want to bring out or the tutorial that you guys suggest.